Yeah, what's up? Just wanted to put on a little live stream so I could rant while I'm just waiting for some door dashes. So yeah, lot going on in the 7-8 sphere, or the Ethy Rice sphere, or the Fluffy Poppenhofer sphere, whatever uh, you know me as. But right now I'm door dashing, waiting for an order. Just got a little $8 order done. Pretty good, pretty good. A, a. But yeah, so the best thing that I could talk to y'all about right now is probably, uh, you know, just the state of affairs. You know, globally, state of affairs has been really uh, interesting. You know, apparently there's like no more fighting in the Middle East for this whole like 10/7 thing, so that's cool. They supposedly ended it 2 years and 2 days after on 10/9/2025, which was like 2 days ago. So hopefully that lasts. Uh, politically, that's really the only thing I've really heard about besides whatever the frick that Nick Fuentes guy talks about. Sheesh. I'll be watching him like instead of the news these days, cause like that guy talks about all this stuff. You know, fucks with Nick Fuentes in terms of like free speech. Fucks with Charlie Kirk in terms of like free speech, even though those guys were like enemies. I like the idea, of talking to people without getting people riled up, because everybody trying to rile everybody up, but like, what's the point of that? I'd say if you're riled up, like, let's calm down, let's find a solution between each other, together. I think Nick Fuentes could just maybe be a little bit more like, just personal. Hey, I understand where you're coming from. These are not my points or beliefs, these are your points and beliefs, and let me just tell you, if you'd like to hear where I'm coming from, how we disagree. Just a little bit more of that like nuance would be great for the country. I think Nick Fuentes could end up getting Charlie Kirked if he doesn't take care of himself. So please, I think it's really important that everybody just kind of chill out. Everybody just kind of don't be, like stepping on each other's toes. Like, what's the whole point of just trying to upset each other and just trying to make people mad? You know what I mean? Yo, what's up, viewers? I actually got viewers now. That's lit. But yeah, like, what's the point of making people mad? Because I know that Nick Fuentes likes to make people mad. Charlie Kirk likes to get people mad, and that's like, unfortunately, the reason why these people may pass away is because like, wow, like they're offending a lot of people that are not even people that are politicians. They're offending you and me. Not necessarily that they're offending me, but they're getting offended. What's up? Hi, 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 hi. Wrong, wrong. Cool, cool, cool. Yo, good to see everybody. But like, yeah, if I'm wrong about something, that's great. But my point is that Nick Fuentes is great to listen to. I don't wish anything bad upon him. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, even though they were enemies. I think that besides that, gold and silver are at all-time high. Stocks are at all-time high. The altcoin market is looking kind of trippy right now. We're with that IWM, that Russell 2000. We're in that zone. Is this going to break down or is this going to shoot up? So like, me, I'm not invested in any of those markets, but like, if y'all want to know what I'm doing Pokemon investing, getting my Charizards, getting my Bulbasaurs, you know what I mean, getting my sealed product. Because historically, if you guys look and backtrack it, you know, Pokemon has done better than stocks generally. There's outperformers like Nvidia, but if you just took the S&P 500 for the last 20 years and you just took Pokemon sealed product for the last 20 years, Pokemon would have like dwarfed stocks. And then I do the same thing with Counter-Strike items. I don't know. 10 golden cards? Nice, bro. Honestly, having some of those gold cards are cool. I got a gold Pikachu that I graded myself, but it came back as a 7. So I might just bust that out of the case and regrade it, or just leave it raw, because having a 7 isn't really the look. But wow, I'm really happy that for some reason the algorithm gave me like 20 viewers in a minute. And And I really just want to say that, I'm just door dashing out here. I'm just trying to keep it positive. I really just want everybody to keep moving forward. Whether you're like an American, in America, I think that everybody in America is an American if they want to be. Like, there's even citizens, like, that don't want to be American citizens, but I'm sorry, you're an American too. I don't think that the people that are undocumented aren't American. I think that the people that are in America are Americans. That's crazy to think that some people that want to really be here aren't documented and they really want to help this place, and some people that are documented and are citizens want to get the frick out. And I think that people that want to get the frick out of this country can go ahead and get the frick out, but I think that people that want to make this country the best country on earth, we can all make it happen. Honestly, like, if everybody just comes together and just says, like, we're all Americans. It doesn't matter if you're documented. It doesn't matter if you're a citizen that's an American that hates America. Go get the frick out. Go frickin' go to wherever the heck you like. I don't care. Go to Mars. But, like, anybody that loves America and loves freedom should just be here, honestly. We're right in the stock market. We're going to see maybe a crazy crash happen. It might be a good time to think about, are we going long and then going short? Is this going to be like COVID all over again? I think it kind of will be, guys. I don't see how we can just keep on going up and up and up and up and up forever on the stocks. Like, at some point this stuff, gold is at 4,000, silver's at 50, silver's at all-time high. When silver goes to 100, bros, we might see gas go to, like, I don't know, we might see gas go to $6, $7, $8 a gallon. If silver keeps on pumping over $100, guys, you guys should have, like, some knowledge, or y'all should have some knowledge that, the dollar is dying right now. The dollar is having a real event. So make sure you do have some, like, Pokemon cards. Make sure you do have some, like, Counter-Strike cases or knives or gloves or something. Make sure you do have, I guess, like, I'm not a big boy with real estate, but, like, shoot, make sure you guys got some assets besides just US dollars, because if we're all just working on little door dashes, making dollars, our dollars are getting inflated, y'all. We've already seen inflation for the last few years. I don't really know if you guys want it to get worse, but inflation is going to get worse whatever we want. So we got to, like, get rich, everybody got to get rich. Like, y'all got to start saving your money. Y'all cannot be keeping on going out and doing what I do, where I go spend money on freaking, 2 number 9s at McDonald's for me and the homie, and, like, damn, I do that and then I go whatever. Personally, I buy weed sometimes. I need to stop that. Not even smoking right now because I'm kind of trying to quit. But, like, if we're spending our money on gas, on food, on weed, on Starbucks, then we don't got enough money as, like, working people. Like, guys, like, look, I'm in a DoorDash right now. Like, I'm in, like, the most, like, stick shift little menu. Anybody's still here? Everybody left. But yeah, honestly, it was a great little live stream for me to just talk to a few people. I never actually get any views going live, so for anybody that's still watching, the one person that's still here, shout out to you. I'm gonna do a little Rubik's Cube scramble for you. We're just gonna mess this up. I just kind of started rambling because I saw I got some viewers, so, like, I wanted to hit on some topics because people probably thought I was trying to roast Nick Fuentes. I'm not. I listened to the guy. I kind of want to buy some of the merch, but, like, I'm also a fan of Ye. I'm a big supporter of Kanye West, and I don't know what the deal is with that, if they're still friends or not, but I know that Nick Fuentes was Kanye West's campaign manager. So, like, I really think that this whole political movement in America is changing hugely. Like, we're going way past the whole Democrat-Republican thing. We're getting into the idea of, like, hey, like, why are we picking sides against each other when we're all Americans here? Like, we're all supposed to be, brothers and sisters, or however, we're all people at the end of the day. So for us to, like, hate our fellow countrymen and stuff like that is, like, it's ridiculous. I think that we should really just come together and start loving each other, as a country. Just band together, realize that, like, America is the place, the land of the free, the home of the brave, And I thank every single one of y'all for being here. And for the one viewer that's still here, salute to you. Honestly, good talk. I was hoping I would get a DoorDash by the end of this, but yeah, the viewer's gone now. They dipped out. I'm boring. All right, the viewer's back, but I'm gonna head out. I hope that y'all have a good night or a good morning, and I hope I get a lot of DoorDashes. Uh, it was great talking to yeah, myself basically. This is literally what Nick Fuentes does. He just talks to the corner of his room, except I'm in like the corner of a parking lot. Oh, I don't want to reveal my location. All right, peace. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Hey, XRP Bull, over and out. Fluffy Poppin' Offer, over and out. I got too many usernames, bruh. All right, have a good day. Peace.